So,
are you?
I'm good. I'm good but tired.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. Long day of this, yeah. Are we good to go?
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, hello, Bruce. Welcome to Movie Kingdom.
Thank you.
It's lovely to meet you. Big fan of your work, and I've just seen the Rum Diary.
Ah.
I like watching Withnail and I for the first time. It made me want to go and get drunk straight away. Is that the desired effect, that people will be inspired in that way?
Do you think I'm working for Bacardi or something? Yeah, they're running my life, keep making films about drinking. No, not at all. I mean, did you have an overwhelming desire to get arseholed after the Rum Diary then?
I did, but only because I felt kind of so excited by it. I mean, it's just, it's just great fun.
Good. Well, that is its intention.
Yeah.
But I mean, Withnail and I was about booze because it was about booze. The Rum Diary is about booze because of Hunter S. Thompson.
Absolutely.
And he liked to drink.
Yeah. And the thing with reading the Rum Diary is it's quite an insane experience to read it the once. I imagine studying it like you did and then obviously crafting a screenplay from it. Yeah. It must have sent you slightly loopy, did it?
No, because I didn't study it. I literally read it twice and never looked at it again. I took a few notes, like I picked out things like the dance scene and a few things, but I had to write it from a white page perspective, because if you're trying to write a script and you're constantly referring back to, oh, what did Hunter do?
Yeah.
I'm not a hunter.
Sure. So as a result, the film has the same energy as the book without being too literal. Is that what you mean?
Yes, it isn't literal at all to the book. As a matter of fact, when I read the book, and then walking up and down for a month thinking, what's wrong with this book? Why can't I get a handle on the motor drive of this narrative? Was because it's obvious retrospectively, but it wasn't to me at the time, that he cut himself into two different people, this Yamon and Kemp, two leads. So I dumped one, and then I found out I could write it after that.
It's amazing. I actually named my son after Hunter S. Thompson. Was that a responsible
what's
thing
he called?
to do?
Gonzo, your kid?
Hunter Mullinger is his name.
Hunter. It's a nice name.
Thank you. It is a very cool name.
Yeah.
And I think he's a good man to idolise.
I think so. Well, there are certain elements in there I wouldn't like my son to replicate in his life. But he is. I mean, he is a very special American writer, you know. You know, the curious thing is we screened the film in Phoenix, Arizona, and then they have those cards, you know, questions and stuff. What do you think of Hunter S. Thompson was one of the questions. And only 10–12% of the audience had ever heard of him.
Really? That's
but then you get to Austin in Texas, where there's a big university, New York, San Francisco, and he's a massive hero, you know.
That's true.
But in the Midwest, where the chickens are standing on top of their heads, they don't know who Hunter Thompson is. You know.
And they should know, because they obviously have a lot of cockfighting going on there.
Yeah, oh, they do. It's weird too, that cockfighting. We had incredible difficulties doing that because of the animal rights people. I didn't want anything hurt in the film, but the cockfights in the film, they never touch each other at all. They were wearing these kind of chickens' brassieres, so they could never actually touch, and it was just very, very clever photography by Dariusz Wolski that make it look like they're fighting each other.
It's amazing.
They never touched each other.
Yeah. So
we got our certificate at the end of the film.
You were okayed by the animal rights people.
Yeah, because, you know, you don't want in the press, oh, Johnny Depp's cruel to animals. Although cockfighting is legal in Puerto Rico. They tried to make it illegal, and they couldn't sustain the law. You know, it's rather like fox hunting in England is meant to be illegal. And where I live, they're all galloping past the window day and night. You know.
And what is it with great directors and 20-year gaps between films? I'm sure you're sick of having to explain, but Terrence Malick, yourself, why 20 years?
Just because you only got one life, and if you do something in your life that is really distasteful to you, you're not going to go back there. And that's the reason I didn't do it again for whatever it was. It was just a conscious decision that part of my life was dealt with. That I wasn't cut out for that. And so I didn't do it. I didn't miss it. I mean, I was actually offered things to direct, and I always said no.
And what was it about the Rum Diary that made you think, I'm ready to go back to this?
I didn't think I was ready. The thing about the Rum Diary was the persistence of ténacité, as the French call it, of Johnny Depp. He just pestered me. You know, every time the phone rang, it was him. And I finally acquiesced to his judgment, if you like, and his confidence, because He's a major film star, obviously. It's his chops on the screen, not mine. If people find the film distasteful, Johnny is first in line to collect that, you know, and I'm number 19. So, and I explained all that to him, you know, and said, "This isn't my funeral, Johnny." And he said, "No, I'm doing it."
That's great. I'm glad he did.
Oh, well, good.
And finally, can I ask what other films you've seen this year that you've enjoyed? We're doing a kind of interview around us and would love.
This year, nothing. The last film I thought was fantastic that I loved was Good Night and Good Luck, which I thought was a superb piece of cinema. One before that was called Pan's Labyrinth. And the one before that was Psycho. And the one before that was Chaplin's The Gold Rush. That's about it.
I love it. Selective. Brilliant. Bruce, thank you very much for your time. Real honour to meet you.